Jim, what was the first question?
It was about diversity of West Valley City and bringing West Valley City together.
Bringing people together. First of all, being out amongst them is the best way. Meeting them with all the national night out events that go on through the city. I believe our council people should be out there talking to them. I've met so many different people, so many different cultures, eaten so many foods that I've never tried while being out there talking and meeting the people. The other thing is our My Hometown projects that are going on. This is a great program throughout the city. It brings neighbors together. It brings areas together. They have so many resources at the Community Resource Center where we have people learning to speak English. We have people learning piano lessons of all things. It's what the public wanted to learn. All the different things, they have their own form of structure. West Valley City gives them a little bit of money, and then they've taken it. It is such a great program, seeing neighbors cleaning up another neighbor's yard. Nobody's being paid for it. It's all about out there serving. The last one just happened for the year. It was pouring rain. We had over 200 people in the area that I was at. There was 4 of them that were going on. I don't know what the grand totals were, but in the area where we were sopping wet and we were still out there getting our projects done, from cutting down trees, putting in sprinkler systems, fixing fences. The only thing we didn't do, there were some staining projects, and can't stain in the rain unless you want a big mess. So that My Hometown brings the neighbors together, and it encourages them to get out there and help other people. And it is such a passion that I've had. I've been out there working with them. I am one of their volunteers. I enjoy it so much. And then once again, the block parties.
Great, thank you very much. Karen.
So, I came in, I didn't quite get the question. What was the question for the second question that you got?
Homeless and the role that West Valley City is taking or should take.
Okay.
We need, like Daryl said, we need to partner with the county, with Salt Lake County. We need to have that partnership and joining in and be a leader instead of a follower. West Valley City needs to step out and lead instead of being followers. And remember, like I said, there go by the grace of God. Let people know that we have renter assistance programs out there. The state offers a lot of things, and there's so much money just sitting there, and a lot of people don't know it. And that's one thing, by being out there, you can inform these people when they come up and, Jim, I'm having a hard time. The other thing is let them know that there's the food banks. I also volunteer there once a week. If you go hungry in West Valley City, there's a food bank almost every single day where you can get food, and there's so much available there. So once again, we need to have sympathy, and always remember that some people are living paycheck to paycheck, and it could be us just as well.
Thank you, Jim. Yes. The job of the city council is largely to set the budget for the city. In fact, that's probably the most important thing that you will do as city council and as mayor. I would like you to address what your experience is with finance, what your experience is with just being able to set a budget, and your ideas around what's important in that budget. So there's 3 things there: your experience in finance, your experience in being able to set a budget, and your ideas of what is important. Those are the 3 things I want you to address. And I'm going to start with Jim. The 2 mayoral candidates will be last.
Thank you for the question. It's interesting you started with me, since I regularly speak when they open up the budget. My experience with the budget is back in the 80s. I was a store manager with Home Depot, and in a store that was making $1 million a week. We had to set budgets, and we were stuck to those budgets. We were making budgets a year ahead of time. For finance, in high school, and my beginning part of college, I thought I was going to be an accountant. Then all the computers came in, and accounting went bye-bye, basically. so I went into the military. Being able to set a budget, I believe West Valley City should set an all-inclusive budget, and not reopen it except for rollovers and stuff like that. If it's something that we do every single year, it should be an initial budget, because when a budget is set, and by the end of the year, that budget is not the same. The law requires a balanced budget. By the end of it, it's not balanced anymore.
Great, thank you. The question I want to ask has to do with your interaction as council members. There are five, is it five? Five, six, seven. Six?
in the mayor.
Six in the mayor. I should have known that. I should have done my homework. Six in the mayor. As a city council person and as a mayor, hopefully you're not always going to agree. And you're going to be getting instructions or feedback from the city manager or other departments. What is your leadership style in working with others, and how do you disagree without being disagreeable?
That's a great question.
But know where to find the answer. At Home Depot, customer's always right. Talk to your customers, they'll never lead you wrong. In the city, you, the residents, are the ones that we work for. We need to listen to you. As we're listening and bringing our opinions together and talking, we, like they've all said, we may not always agree, but when we leave the chamber or whatever, we all need to be a cohesive spirit. And remember that you guys are our bosses. We may not always agree with each other. We may stick and be the only nay or the yay vote, and that's okay. We're all different. We all have different experiences up here, and that's okay. That's what makes West Valley City great, is all our different experiences. And it all starts with listening to you and then bringing it here and working together.
Thank you, Jim. Lindy, why you're the person? Why these people should vote for you? Steve.
I will always be there for you. My whole campaign is based on that. You send me an email, you're gonna get a response. You call me, you're gonna get a response. You send me 10 emails, you're gonna get a response that you might not like. But I'm always gonna respond to you. I'm always gonna listen to you. You come knock on my door. That's one thing I love about Karen Lang. You go to the nursery, middle of May when she's super busy, you might have to follow her around to talk to her, but she's gonna listen even though she's still working. I wanna be the exact same kind of council person and listen to you. You're my boss, you're every city employee's boss, and I will never forget that.
Thank
I
you.
want the viewers to know this was Meet the Candidate night. And you did a great job, and I'm going to put some videos out there. But I would like you to tell the viewers why you are the great candidate for West Valley City Congressman at large.
No,
Oh, yeah, City Council member at large. And say who you're running against so they know, and a little bit about why you would be the best candidate.
as he said, my name is Jim Vesock. Vote Vesock. I'm running against the incumbent, Lars Norfeld. The reason why I'm running is I'm tired of people just sitting there on their hands and not being involved in the meetings, not engaging conversation, not out there in the public. My whole campaign has been based on, I will be there for you. I have been there. I'm out there amongst the population. I love West Valley City. I love going to the block parties and meeting all the different people, eating all the different food, listening to all the different concerns. We live in such a diverse city. I feel at this point I'm the right person to lead us into the future. West Valley City is changing. We're going to have a new mayor. We're going to have our first woman mayor, if I have anything to do with it. I want to be sitting as her right-hand person to make West Valley City better, to make it better for you. My whole thing is serving, and I want to serve the people of West Valley City.
Well, Jim, I can tell that you already have. I already know you have. For 3 years, you've been serving and helping West Valley, and even being in their weekly meetings without even any pay, just
Right.
because you love it.
Right, I'm the first citizen that's gone to, they're starting with the strategic plan meeting. What's that? It's a meeting where all the behind the scene things happen in West Valley City. It's where they actually make the decisions for the year. The last 2 years, I've been part of it, one in person and one over Zoom because of the COVID. But I also go to all the study meetings and I listen to the back and forth. We cannot participate in the study meeting, but I can take notes. Then I wait and go sit and I contribute in the council meetings. I speak every single week before the mayor. I have to speak to the mayor, but the council gets to hear it. I get to speak my opinion. I get to tell them what I think. And what I see is nobody says anything about it. Nobody thanks the citizens, all the different citizens that come and do that take their time and do it. Nobody has done that. I will never forget to thank you. I will always listen to you. Even the reason why I'm running for at-large, it's the whole city. I want to represent everybody in the city.
Well, I can tell that you would be a great candidate, and I do think it is time for a change. So vote for Vesock, vote for Jim Vesock, and listen to his platform, let's take the information in that he has, and decide for yourself. I think you would be an awesome candidate, and I encourage people who live in West Valley City to vote for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.